Namaste, my yogi friends. How are you today? It's Tuesday, so let's do another yoga. This is a yoga that's specifically designed for seniors. It's a continuation of the classes that I used to give before we had to isolate at home. So we used to meet Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10, so we still meet Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10. And we are doing seniors yoga, but it's good for anybody who needs a little extra stretching and breathing. It's great for anybody who's a little out of shape or just feeling a little stiff. We take it real slow, so we're going to continue that tradition. And you'll need your yoga mat or any towel or clean rug that you can use, a couple of pillows, and maybe a strap or belt that you can use as well. So keep those handy. If you don't have them, go get them now, and I'll meet you on the other side on the yoga mat in 20 seconds. So, namaste. We'll begin today in our traditional cross-legged seated position. If this isn't good for you, you can be in a chair or you can be on your sofa. As long as your back is straight, you can have your legs out in front of you or out to the side a little bit. They can be a little bent. If you're fine with the cross leg, I suggest you start that way. And make sure that you feel a connection through the sitting bones in your hips down into the earth. So some people may want to pull the flesh away. That's not necessary, but if you like to do that, you're certainly welcome to do that. And we're just going to let the hands rest on the knees. Palms are open to the sky, to the ceiling, signaling that you are receptive to the universe. Take a moment to just close your eyes and focus on your breathing. Let's take a big inhalation through the nose and lengthen through the spine, reaching the top of the head up. Exhale, let your arms and shoulders sink down. On your next inhalation, bring out the air in deep into the belly, into the chest, into the throat, even into the sinuses and the head. Hold for a moment, and as you exhale, think of lifting your heart even higher, allowing the heart to float up in the chest, and let the shoulders fall way down. Allow the body to be balanced and relaxed. 3 long, slow, deep breaths. Eyes are closed. Your focus is on your inner self. Your breath is your life force, your prana, your chi. You breathe it in, and it goes to every cell of the body, sending life and energy. So be grateful for every breath you take. Be aware of every breath you take. And now we're going to marry some movement to our breath. So we're going to draw a circle with the nose up, over, and down. Marry your breathing to your movement. So as your nose lifts up, you're breathing in, and then as your nose comes around the bottom part of the circle, you exhale. You can inhale and exhale through the nose or through the mouth, whatever is good for you right now. When your nose is pointing up, don't let the head drop back. Think about lifting up. 3 more. And just let the head hang forward with the back staying straight, shoulders over the hips. Let the head hang forward. The neck completely releases. Release your belly so the neck can really drop the head down. Three more breaths. Leave the head to hang. Don't judge anything in your body. Allow yourself to relax. And on your next inhalation, go the other way around your circle, lifting, breathing in. Sinking, breathing out. Take it easy. Don't force the neck. If something doesn't feel 100% easy, then back away from it. Three more, long and slow, breathing in and out. In and out. In and out. And let's lift the face, looking forward, neutral position, hands to prayer pose. Push it up, reach up, look up, inhale big, exhale, bring the hands down to the heart, bow the head, round the back, lay the hands in your lap, palm up, round the back, drop the head, relax. Stay relaxed, 3 or 4 more breaths, take your time. Hands to prayer pose in front of your heart. Lift the face. Wonderful. Let's reach the arms straight out to the side and up. Breathe in. Turn the palms out. Push it down all the way to the mat next to your hips. Exhaling. Palms up. Lift. Breathe in. Palms out. Push it down. Exhale. One more time. Up. Look up, reach up as high as you can, breathe in as much as you can. Exhale, bring just your right hand down and watch it as it goes. It's going to go all the way to the mat. Look at it there. Reach the other hand as high up as you can. Even higher. Inhale. Exhale, keep the hand up. Let the shoulders sink back down. And that hand on the floor, walk the fingers away from the hip. Maybe bring the elbow down to the mat and stretch through the side body. Now don't stress the neck out just because your head is sideways. Let the neck relax. Feel the stretch from your fingertips all the way down to your hip. 3 more breaths. Feel your rib cage on the side expand, creating more space between those little bones. Stretch. Breathe. Stretch. And push against the floor, bring yourself back up. Both hands up, stretch up, breathe in. Reach high. Exhale, let the other hand, the left hand now, dropping down to the mat next to your hip. Look at it down there. Stretch that other side up as high as you can. Reach it up high. Inhale. Exhale. Let the shoulder sink back down, but keep the arm up. Walk the hand on the mat away from your hip and bring that elbow down if you can and want to, and stretch through the side body. Feel the stretch from the hip bone, through the waist, through the ribs on the side, creating extra space between those bones. Feel the stretch in your armpit, in your bicep and tricep, in your elbow, in your forearm, through the wrist and palm of the hand. Stretch the fingers wide, all the way to your fingertips, all the way down to your hip bone. Breathe and stretch. Wake the body up. And then push against the ground to bring yourself back up. Both hands up. Stretch it up tall, look up, wiggle the fingers. And bring the hands to prayer pose. Slowly sink it down as you exhale, bow the head. That's a wonderful start to our yoga. Let's get the legs stretched out if they're not already out. Turn so they're on your mat. And again, connect your weight through those sitting bones down into the earth. Stretch those legs straight, and let me scoot so you can see my feet. We're going to flex the ankles and point the toes. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex one and point the other, and switch. Switch. Switch, switch. All right. Hands somewhere around the thighs or the knees. Bow the head and bring the forehead close to the legs, rounding the back. Loosen the legs, relax the legs, let the knees open up if they want to. See if you can slowly sink down, melt down, rounding the back. Softening the whole body, letting the head lead the way in heaviness down to the earth. Slowly push against the floor or push against your legs and bring yourself up. Bend the knees and place the feet on the ground. Hands on the knees. Bring the heart way forward. The sternum is reaching for the ceiling. Shoulders are back and down. Chin is up towards the ceiling. Pull against your knees to bring the heart up higher and breathe in. Exhale, round the back, drop the head between the knees. Inhale, lift the face, lift the chest, shoulders back. Inhale and lift. Exhale, round the back, drop the head. 3 more times. Scoop the hips really close to the heels. Reach up and lower yourself down 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the mat. Arms can go wherever feels good right now. Make sure your body feels nice and balanced on the mat. Shoulders and hips get equal weight. Body is flat against the mat. And we're just going to drop the knees to the left. Both knees to the left. Just hang out here for a minute. Feel a nice stretch perhaps in one of your thighs, the front thigh, probably the one on top. But everybody's different where you feel the stretch. allow the body to relax. You're probably holding a little tension in your hips. Consciously ask it to let go. Then pick the knees up and drop them both over to the right. And again, relax and release and let go. It takes a little bit of trust because we're kind of programmed to be always ready to jump, ready to go, ready to be fight or flight. But this is your chance to relax and calm your autonomic nervous system. Let your energies flow slowly and freely from toes to fingertips, from tailbone to skull. All right, pick those knees up. Let's bring the knees to the chest, hands to the knees. Squeeze and release. Give yourself a little hug and let go. Bring it in and let it out. One more time. And then we're going to stretch the legs and arms up, circle the ankles, circle the wrist. I'm going to put on a little bit of music, keep circling those ankles and wrists. I hope that Facebook recognizes that this is copyright-free music, so I'm allowed to use it. Circling ankles, circling wrists, back and forth, changing direction every now and then. It's maybe a little too loud. All right, let's bend the knees and elbows, bring it down and push it up, down and up. Let's do this 10 more times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the knees into the chest, hands on the knees, squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And just let the heels come down to the ground. All right, hands are going to come alongside the body, fingers pointing towards your heels. Tilt your pelvis and push that lower back down into the mat. Squeeze the belly. Give it a good, strong strengthening of the core in the lower abdomen from belly button all the way to your knees. Tighten everything up. Your thighs, your kegel muscle inside your groin, your hips, your buttocks, your whole belly and waist. Squeeze it in. Try to keep the pressure that you're building in the lower body out of the upper body. Keep your chest and your shoulders relaxed. And breathe all the time. Three more deep breaths, long and slow. And release, relax. All right, I'm sorting myself out so that I can make most of my body visible in the camera lens. And we're going to lift the hips, bringing those hips up. Bring them up as high as you can. Make the body straight from the knees to the shoulders, like a plank. This isn't the plank pose, but straight like a plank. From shoulders to knees, squeeze the buttocks. And slowly drop it down. Now you can do that again. If that was challenging, just stay there. If that was fairly easy, you can cross the ankle of the left ankle on the right knee. And as you do this, try to keep that knee out. Don't let it come in towards the body. Keep it out. We're We're going to bring the hands alongside the hips and lift. Keep breathing. And lower. Both heels on the ground. Take a breath to recuperate. And lift again. Both heels down this time. Squeeze the buttocks. Lift straight body from knees to shoulders. And down. All right, now do that again if you want, or if you want the more challenging posture, we're going to cross the right ankle on the left knee this time. Keep that knee out. Don't let it come in. It wants to go out. Flex your ankle and lift the hips off the ground. And then we come down. Knees to the chest. Squeeze it in. Give yourself a hug. Really wrap the arms around the legs and bring the head up by the knees. Make yourself into a little ball. Squeeze it tight. Keep breathing. And then slowly let the head drop back to the mat. And place your hands on your knees. Open the knees as wide as they want to go. Hold for a moment. Relax. Close it back about halfway and rock left and right. Feel a nice little massage on the hips and the lower back as you move back and forth. Breathing as you move. Two more. Two more. One more. And arms can go wherever feels good. The legs are going to go up and do the bicycle. It's going to be a big, slow bicycle. Bring the legs down close to the floor and way up above the hips. Let's let the arms join the fun. Big, slow bicycle. Arms and legs. Imagine you're sort of clawing the air with your fingertips as your hands reach out. Reach with the shoulders, reach with the fingers, reach with the arms. And now we're going to go backwards. Backwards bicycle. Big and slow. Let's make it even bigger and even slower. Remember, when you stretch that leg out, it's close to the floor. When you reach it up, it's above your hips. The bigger and slower we do this, the more you feel it in that core strength, the belly, the hips, the midriff. I know you're getting tired, so we're going to rest. But first, we're just going to rest the left side. Keep the right side doing the bicycle backwards, big and slow. The right side continues to work. It's really nice for the brain to work one-sided sometimes, where things that we would normally do with both our arms or both our legs, we do it differently. So that the brain has to make kind of new connections, keeping the brain agile, young. You may notice that your left hand is trying to help. Turn the palm up. That may disengage it. It's not used to letting this kind of movement be all one-sided. 3 more times. Let's go 2 more times. And 1 more time. Now we're going to lay the right side down. The left side does backwards bicycle, big and slow. Let that right side rest. Let that left side work. Keep it going. More times, 2 more times, 1 more time, and lay everything down. Let's spread the legs out gently. Arms can be out to the side, laying down. Palms are turned up. Close your eyes and notice the breath. Put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. As you breathe, notice if your hands are moving the chest only or the belly only, or if they're moving together or in a sequence. Just be aware of how the breath enters the body and where it goes. And see if you can make the belly and the chest move in unison, completely synchronized, moving out together as you breathe in. And breathing, moving down as you breathe out. In perfect unity, belly and chest, squeezing in, pushing all the old air out. Breath awareness is one of the most important things we learn in yoga, and it's something that hopefully you take with you away from the mat into your normal life, which these days is not normal at all. But try to be aware of your breath. That's my main point here. Okay, let's stretch the hamstrings. Let's take those legs straight out and feet are together, arms overhead. Stretch through the body like you just woke up from a wonderful sleep. Give a little yawn noise. And then bring the arms back down to be alongside the body, palms are up. The left leg slowly rises. If you need to bend the knee, that's fine. Don't worry about it. You can bend that knee. Reach your hands towards the leg. Grab wherever the hands reach. Incline the leg towards your face and back to vertical. Find your range of motion. Do not overstretch. Do not push past your limits. Find your edge and just nudge it gently and then back away from it. Your edge is the edge of your therapeutic range of motion. So we're just working our range without judgment, without any kind of criticism from the mind. Let the mind just wander. Stretch that hamstring and hip gently with lots of breath. All right, we're going to bring the leg right to your edge and hold there. Hold for 30 seconds. Now that we've been patient, maybe it'll come a little bit deeper. Just gently urge an extra centimeter or so of stretch from that hamstring. Give it a little nudge. Hold and breathe. Release halfway and give yourself a massage on the back of the leg from the hip. Hamstring, squeeze and release, squeeze and release, all around the knee, squeeze and release. Bring your hands towards your Achilles tendon, bend the knee, and bring the hands down towards the ankle and the Achilles tendon. Give them a nice, serious massage. That knee is bent, yes, so bend it a little more and grab the heel in your right hand. The knee and the hand go together on the left, and we're going to push the leg out and in. It's a little bit like rocking a baby in your arms. Asking that hip to be loose. Imagine you're breathing air right into your hip socket as you inhale. The air and the energy from the air go in there. As you exhale, you're clearing out any waste products or toxins that accumulate when we're tense, when we don't release and relax. Let it go now. Beautiful. Take that knee and change it to your right hand and bring the hip off the ground. Roll onto your right side and lower the leg all the way down to the floor. If you have a pillow, you can lay your knee on the pillow if it doesn't want to go all the way down to the floor. Your goal is to twist the spine gently. So your shoulder is kind of clinging back towards the floor. It may have come off the floor, but it's still thinking about going down towards the floor. Your arm on that side is open, palm is up. The knee is crossed across the body and on the floor. And both hands are palm up, resting out from the body. Face can look up towards the sky or up towards the ceiling or in the same direction that your knee is pointing. Some people like to turn their head all the way the opposite way of their knee, but I find you can't relax if you're trying to do that. And the relaxation is much more important than the twist. Try not to anticipate the next move. Just relax. Be here, now, breathing. And if you need to think about something, think about how grateful you are for your life. back slowly onto your back and do another one of those good morning stretches. Arms overhead, legs straight out. Yawn a little bit if you need to and let everything go. Relax. Bringing up the right leg slowly. Bend the knee if you need to or want to, and reach both hands towards the leg. Grab wherever your hands reach, around the knee or the calf or the thigh. Slowly incline the leg towards the face and let it go back to vertical. Stretch it gently. Release it and inhale. Bring the leg close, exhale. Back to vertical, inhale. Be gentle, be aware. Don't push past your boundaries. Just acknowledge where your boundaries are. Alright, take your leg to its extreme spot. Stop right there, hold, and breathe, and relax for a steady stretch. We're going to count 30 seconds. Now that we've been patient and gentle, maybe we can get an extra little bit of stretch from the legs. Stretch a little bit more. Hold right there and breathe. And release. Give yourself a massage from the hip, both hands around the back side of the leg. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze around the knee, front, back, and sides of the knee. And then work your way down towards the calf muscle. Bend the knee. Calf muscle needs a lot of extra attention. It works hard for us. We hardly ever think about it unless it gives us a problem. And give that Achilles tendon a bit of a rub all around the ankle. Bend the knee quite a lot. Leave the left hand to grab the ankle or the heel and the right hand to grab the knee. Rock the baby back and forth with lots of breathing. Let that hip be loose. Free. Inhale, bring air into the hip. Exhale, expel all the waste products from respiration and metabolism that store in the cells when we don't relax. This is your chance to clear it out. Release, relax, let it go. And then change hands on the knee. The left hand reaches for that right knee and bring it across the body. Roll onto your right side. Let the hip come up off the floor and bring the knee to the ground. Your right shoulder is reaching back for the floor. It's probably not on the floor anymore, but it's thinking about going back to the floor. If you can't get that knee to the ground, then maybe use a pillow or a block or a book to support yourself. Try not to anticipate the next move. We're going to be here a little while. Relax. Sink down.
Let everything go. Relax your feet. Relax your legs. Relax your hips. Relax your torso. Relax your hands. Relax your arms. Relax your shoulders. Scan through the spine and ask every section of the spine, are you 100% relaxed? If not, say why not? What's holding me back from letting go? Why is there tension that I can't release? No judgment. Just awareness. Appreciation. Gratitude. Acceptance. And when you're ready, rolling back slowly. Find yourself on your back. Stretch those legs out. Open so that your feet are a little bit apart, a little more than hip distance. Arms can be out to the side, palms up. Savasana, deep relaxation. And then bend the knees and place the heels on the ground, a little bit close to the hips, but not super close to the hips. Reach the hands straight up from your shoulders and pick your head off the mat, and one vertebrae at a time. One slow sit-up. Reach it up, one vertebrae at a time, and if that doesn't work for you, then just bring your hands back and push yourself up. Reaching up, stretch it up, breathe in. Remember the elbows back on the ground and sink back onto the elbows. And lift the legs up, knees close to the nose, straight legs up, bend, straight. Flex the ankles, bend the knees. Straighten both legs, point the toes. Down and up, stretch it down, stretch it up. Let's alternate, one up, one down, and switch. Switch, switch. I know I got my ankles mixed up. It's okay. All right, come back to seated position. Okay, let's work a little bit on the upper body. Put your hands on your shoulders and circle the elbows around. Switch directions, go the other way. Hands interlock the fingers, hold tight, squeeze the hands into each other. Use the arms, bring the elbows wide, use the arms to push at the same time you're squeezing your hands. Keep squeezing the hands now, pull the arms apart. Feel the shoulder blades working back there, pulling the arms apart, but the hands refuse to let go. Keep squeezing the fingers together. push again, using all the same muscles. Keep squeezing the hands. And pull, 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 pull. Keep the fingers clasping together. All right, push through the hands. Invert the fingers, round the back, and drop the head. Way down by your chin is on your chest or close to it. Shoulder blades are separating apart from each other, shifting forward. Reach the hands forward. Bring your breath into a strong inhalation as you slowly raise the hands up overhead, straightening the back. And then drop the hands to the back of the head or the top of the head, and elbows go way back. Eyes go up, blink your eyes, breathe. Reach it up again, breathe in. Exhale, bring it down, round the back. Separate the hands out to the side and clasp your hands behind your back. Straighten the arms. If this doesn't work for you, this is where you need a strap or belt so that you can have your arms straight. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Take a couple of nice deep breaths and release, relax. All right, let's go down to cat and cow, which is on the, go from the table position. So we're going to be on our hands and our knees. Shift over. Make sure your wrists are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. And spread your fingers out wide on the mat. Push the fingertips into the mat, especially the thumb and the forefinger, to protect your wrists and engage the muscles of the hands. We're going to arch the back up and drop the head, drop the tailbone. Then lift the face, drop the middle of the back down, lift the tailbone. And keep those shoulders pushed away from your ears. Don't sort of collapse in your shoulders. Keep strong in the arms, like a little bulldog. Ruff. All right, sway, lift the face and tailbone. And then arch again. Drop the head, drop the tailbone. This is the cat and cow transition. Cat is when you're arched. Cow is when you're swayed. And match your breathing to your movement. Inhale and exhale. Any speed is perfect. Whatever feels good to you now. Keep it going. Three more. Two more. One more. All right, we're going to bring one knee forward, more or less between your two hands. Bring that knee forward and come down onto the front of your back thigh. Scoot that leg back. The knee, the leg and the knee can be a little bit out to the side, or it can be back towards your hips. That's kind of optional, whatever feels good to you. If your leg is way out to the side, that means you're pretty flexible, but you may want to protect your knee by flexing the ankle. This is called pigeon pose. Great hip opener. And then press back. We're going to go back to cat and cow. Whichever knee you just brought forward, get ready to change sides on that. I didn't say left or right, so I'm not sure which one you used. I used my left. So now, come back to table, and I'm going to bring my right knee forward. You just do the other one, whichever one you did not do before. Slide back onto that front of the back thigh. And the knee can be bent quite a lot, where your heel is close to your thigh, or it can be out 90 degrees to the side, or anywhere in between. You'll know what's the right spot for you because this opens the hip quite strongly. And then press back to table position. And sink back to pose of a child. Let your forehead come to the mat, bending the knees, the hips both sit back by the heels. And from pose of a child, come back to table. Turn the toes under and pick the knees up off the ground for an inverted V position, the downward dog position. Push the hips high and back. Arms are straight. You can turn your biceps so that they kind of look at each other. Fingers are working hard, pushing against the mat, especially the thumb and the forefinger. Your heels can rise or lower, or you can paddle. One heel up, one heel down. This is your downward dog. Make it stretch the body as the body requests, and let the head relax and drop down between the arms towards the mat. Let's take the few steps forward and bend the knees. Let the feet be wider than the hips, just a little bit wider than the hips. Hang in a ragdoll from your hips. Let your body just hang. Bring both hands over to the outside of your right ankle. And then swing them around to the outside of your left ankle. And then back to the right and to the left. To the right and to the left. All right, hands just in front of your feet. Bend your knees quite a lot. Place your hands on your knees and push. Push the body up. Take it slow. We've been down on the floor almost an hour. And roll the shoulders up by the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades, send the shoulders back and way down, up, back, and down. Change directions. Let's go the other way. Bring the arms out to the side and up, stretch up, breathe in. Bring your right hand down, let the left hand keep reaching. Look at the right hand down there. Stretch the other side up, let the right side relax. Right hand rises, both hands up, stretch up, breathe in. And left hand drops. Look at it as it drops. Let it hang, look at it down there, stretch the other side up. Lift the left hand, stretch it up, breathe in, stretch up both hands. Prayer hands down. If you have a towel or a belt or a strap, we're going to use that today, and just take it a good distance apart, wider than your shoulders. Lift it up, stretch it wider, and bring it down, up and down, slowly up and down, up and down. All right, toss it to the side, arms out to the side, cross your right arm in front of your chest, grab the elbow in your left hand and stretch that shoulder. Breathe. And release. Arms out to the side, stretch.
Left hand, left arm comes across, grab the elbow in the right hand and stretch your left shoulder. Breathe. Release, arms out to the side, palms up, breathe in, stretch the arms up, prayer hands down. Push it up. Breathe in, lift up, stretch up. Arms out to the side. I'm going to turn sideways here. We're going to allow the back to round.
Drop the head. Arms hang. Bend the knees. And turn yourself into the shape of a question mark. Bend the knees a little bit more. Drop the head a little bit lower. Round the back a little bit more. And now you're shaped a little bit like a fish hook. What you're really doing is decompressing the vertebrae of the spine, the discs between the vertebrae. We're rounding the back and slowly lowering down, decompressing the back, rounding the back, bringing the fingers down, bending the knees more. Fingers touch the floor. You can start back up slowly. And this is a wonderful thing to do whenever you feel like you just got tension and stress in your back.
Once the shoulders are up, let's lift the shoulder, lift the sternum and send the shoulders back down. Lift the face, breathe. And repeat, rounding back. All right. Hopefully you feel all loose and comfortable and relaxed. Uh-oh. Oops. Okay, so there's one last thing I want to do before I part with you today, and that is tapping of the thymus, or the thymus thump. This is great for just stimulating your immune system, which everybody needs it these days. So thump, 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 down by the sternum, up by the collarbone, down and up. A good strong thump with the fingertips. Breathing. You should probably do this a couple times a day, maybe every morning, every night, after you wake up and before you go to sleep. Stimulate your immune system. Thump the thymus. Thank you for joining me now, you good friends and family and all of the people out on the internet. I see hundreds of people watching, so I'm very surprised and flattered and grateful, and I hope to continue to see you every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 o'clock. And of course the videos are available afterwards on my page, Yoga with Lisa SXM. Anytime anybody wants to reference them, you're more than welcome to use that, and hopefully help you to be comfortable in your body, connected to your soul and your spirit, your mind, and just be happy, be content. It's the best way to protect yourself in these days. Don't watch too much news and stay home. Wash your hands, wear a mask if you have to go out. But we're not going out for the next 2 weeks anyway, so stay home and be happy. Do your yoga. Namaste.